Hey guys, it's Clarice, and today I'm going to be doing the boho bob. So instead of doing just boho plaits, this is going to be a bob. Now the hair that I'm using is the Fretress pre-stretched, and the gel that you see on her hair, that is the magic fingers and the red jar. So I'm gonna just go ahead and grip these in, but I'm not gonna do knotless. But if, let's say, you want to do the knotless, you can. I think that would actually look nice too, but I'm not doing knotless. I'm just gonna be doing a regular plait on her hair. So I'm gonna go ahead and plait it all the way down to the bottom till I get to the very end. Now make sure you use a little bit of braid gel when you're passing the length of their hair, so that you don't have any trouble with all of the hair staying inside of the plait. That's gonna help you out, and you'll have less hair to trim. That's what I like to do. I like to have less hair to trim. I like the hair to be as neat as possible so that I'm not trimming a lot of the hair, and it's pretty much kind of neat when I finish. So I'm going ahead and gripping it in. As I said, this is the Fretress and this is the pre-stretched hair. So make sure that you're using some type of pre-stretched hair, because you don't want the end to be a blunt end. You want the end to be uneven on the bottom, so that when we roll it up, that it will actually stay. So you need that uneven tip on the bottom. You don't want a blunt in, so that it'll actually stay for you. Now I'm moving further up at the top, and just make sure that you're using some type of braid gel. You don't have to use the same that I use different braid gels just on her hair. This was the magic fingers, but I like to use the locked in gel. I like to try different braid gels, and a lot of them work beautifully, but I like to use the braid gel just to keep the flyaways in. And we're moving closer to the top, and we are almost finished with this part of what we're doing. And I'm going to speed it up a little bit so that we can get to the next portion of it. But we're just gripping these in as regular plaits. However, if you want to do the knotless, you can do the knotless, but I'm just doing regular plaits, and I'm plaiting them down. You see the size that I'm plaiting them as well. The size of the squares are like a medium size, so you can do them in whatever size that you would like. Now the hair that I'm going to be using in the next portion is going to be the Fretress, and that's going to be the deep twist, but you can use whatever curl you like. Now this is what it looks like when we finish with this portion of the style. Now you see I braided it all the way down, and then I actually tied it. So we're gonna flip it up, and we're going to roll it around and create the barrels. Just continue to roll it up and roll it until you can't roll it anymore. And that's why you don't want a blunt end, because you want it to be uneven as you roll it up, so that it will actually stay. Now you can use whatever you like to secure this. However, I used a little bit of the a little bit of the, what is it called? Oh my gosh, I can't believe that I actually forgot the name. What is it in the yellow can? This is so crazy that I forgot that. But I used that, what is it? The freeze, not the freeze spray, but oh my gosh, I'm gonna write in what I used. I can't believe I'm having a brain freeze. But anyways, this, you see that I use the Fretress. This is the Fretress crochet hair, and this is the deep twist hair that you see right now that I'm crocheting in. And you see that I'm crocheting it in at the very base right here. Now depending on how much curl you want, you will add more or less than what you see. And so I'm adding it to almost every one, but I'm leaving in between one that is empty, because I don't want it to be too full. And you always can add more in the end if it's not as full as you would like. And this is how it looks, and I'm kind of just teasing the end as I cut it, so that it's not so much as a blunt cut. And as you see, it's starting to look very nice. And also I took a little bit of the magic fingers and rubbed it along the curl so that it would define it. And this is the end result of how it looked. It turned out very, very beautiful. I will leave the name of the spray that I use to secure the bottom. Thank you guys so much. This is Clarice. Thank you for joining. Bye. Okay, so join me while I do this boho bob. This is my first time doing it. So I'm gonna do single plaits all over her hair. I'm not gonna plait it down to just the bob length. I'm gonna go ahead and plait it down all the way to the very end. Once I get to the very end, I'm gonna go ahead and tie them as I usually tie my plaits. Now the reason why I'm gonna do that is because we're gonna go ahead and roll them back up, but you don't want your braids to unravel, so go ahead and tie the ends or secure the ends in some type of way. Now I'm using a braid gel also, just so that it's smooth at the scalp and you don't want any flyaways. So right now I'm just gonna go ahead and slow it down for you so you actually can see how I grip it in, even though you may know how to do a plait. These are for those who don't know how to do an individual plait. I'm just gripping it in a little bit slower, and then we're gonna go ahead and just speed this back up so that you guys can get to the very end to see exactly how I do this. So I'm gonna go ahead and just plait this down, and this is what it looks like when all of them are plaited all the way down to the very end. And this is how I parted them. Now this is the next step right here. I already rolled them up, and you can check on one of my other videos so you can see how I do that. This part right here, I'm gonna go ahead and just add the crochet in. This is a Fretress deep twist hair, but you can use whatever curl that you would like. You may want to use human, whatever you would like, but this is the Fretress deep twist hair, and the finished result is this. It turned out very, very beautiful. Thank you guys so much for joining. Bye.